Okay, previously I did a video on a slide rule from the Cleveland Institute of Electronics, and it was a lot of people commented on that one and kind of reminisced a lot about the old slide rule days. And a lot of people commented on different types of slide rules and stuff. So like I mentioned in the video, I kind of amassed a collection of slide rules, and I'm not going to here to show you all my slide rules, but I do want to show you one particular theme of slide rules that you probably may have never even seen before, at least one of them. I think you probably have seen the other one, but maybe not. But anyway, so let's talk about slide rules in general, though. This is probably one of the most expensive slide rules ever made. Generally, there were two manufacturers of slide rules. There was Post and there was Sun, I believe, in Japan. And they were known to be, this is Japanese also, so maybe they're both Japanese. So the very best slide rules were made out of bamboo. And so you can see on the end here, you can see it's wood. And so they're bamboo laminated in plastic, and then the plastic is etched or printed somehow with all of the numbers and stuff. So the longer the slide rule, the more expensive, and the more scales, the more expensive. And so this one had probably the most scales of any slide rule. This is a Versalog 1460. So I think this is one of the big granddaddies of slide rules, okay? Certainly this is a slide rule that it was unobtainable for most people. It was way too expensive. I know as a student, there was no way I could have afforded something like this. There was a lot of money. Of course, once slide rules became trash and people started throwing them away, they become very, very cheap. And that's when I started buying them off of eBay when I could get them for a good price. So yeah, so this is a nice big granddaddy. It's nice and thick. You know, it has glass scales. Yeah, it's really, really smooth. It's very nice. So it's definitely a log scale. In fact, this one has 6 log scales: log, 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 and then anti-log, 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 and then another log base. Anyway, it's just got a ton of scales on it, right? Here's an e to the x, another log scale. So just tons of scales on something like this. Okay, so first of all, they were too expensive. Second of all, they were just too damn big. So I showed you before a case where you could wear this on your belt loop, and because it was big, it didn't fit into a lot of things. And so when I went to school, I had a long one. It wasn't a fancy one like this. It was a cheapy one. I did have a long one so you could get better resolution. You know, I tried to get 3.5 digits out of it. But the slide rule that I carried around all the time was this one. This is my actual slide rule that I purchased, I think, in high school, and then I had it all the way through college. And it's probably the slide rule I used the very most of all slide rules. This is the one that got the most use of anything that I owned. It comes in a nice little leather case. It used to have a little belt clip on it that was just in the way, so I cut that off. But it has this little tab that you pull, and then the slide rule pops out, so you don't have to dig around in there. And then it's a tiny little slide rule, right? So it fits in the palm of your hand. Little 6-inch slide rule. I think it's 6 inches. Let's see, 6 inches. So it's an aluminum slide rule, though. I was not a fan of aluminum slide rules. I really didn't like them. I liked the bamboo ones. They slide much easier. These kind of gall and bend up, and you have to keep. I always took it apart and cleaned it every once in a while, and I think I probably even lubricated it, but that's probably a bad idea. Anyway. This one's even stained. It looks like it has Cheeto stains on it or something. Kind of an orange stain on it. Anyway, it was a nice little slide rule, and like I said, it got me through school. All right, so what I wanted to talk about today is pocket things, right? It's like, okay, couldn't carry that around, you know, but you could put this in your pocket, right? It's nice and small. So what other pocket slide rules were there? Well, one of my favorite slide rules in my collection is this one. It took me a while to find this one. So this is a K&E model 4181-1C, a log duplex decitrig. Log duplex decitrig. Leather sheath with pocket clip. Whoa, sounds like a lot like that one, right? It's in the case and everything. I don't think it got much use. if at all. When I purchased it, it was really, really nice. So jammed in here is the instruction manual. Oh, geez. So the instruction manual is very nice. Log duplex decitrig, 4081. But like a 1/4-inch thick book on using the slide rule. So lots of different problems. So these are great. Anyway, so came with the manual, came with all the little cards, how to take care of your slide rule, and this manual also applies to the, okay, whatever. But you can see, indeed, it comes in a little leather case, and it has the little, this one doesn't have a pull tab, but it has a little flap that opens up so you can grab your slide rule. And it has the clip still on it. Like I said, the other one, I snipped mine off because I didn't ever wear it on my belt, but it made it smaller. So this one, let's pull it out of its case, and it's tiny. It's not as tiny as the little Picket. It's got like an extra inch. So this is a 7-inch, and this is a 6-inch, but it is pretty tiny. And the nice thing about it is that it's very complex, right? Log here, there's 4 log scales on this side, an extra log scale on this side, an extra log up at the top. So it's a lot like this big bruiser, only in tiny form. So it's way cool. Glass scales, it's super, super nice. The only downfall of this one, it's made out of plastic. So it's not as nice as the bamboo ones. It's all plastic, but it is really nice. Let me zoom down a bit so you can get a better look at it. Yeah, so I think this is the fanciest pocket slide rule I know of. This particular model. It's pretty rare. Not a lot of these out there, but. Yeah, so lots and lots of scales, a true slide rule. All right, but that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the idea of a circular slide rule. So several people on the last video I did commented about circular slide rules, and they were very, very popular back in the 70s and 80s. Everybody had these little plastic circular slide rules. They were extremely popular. I never owned one. I don't know why. I guess because I had my little Picket, and I just liked the idea of slidey things. And I think you could get more scales. So all the scales are the same accuracy. On a circular one, as the scale went in, it got less accurate, and then the most accurate ones were at the whitest part. So I kind of like just the linear ones better. Okay, but I did want to talk about circular slide rules. And the first one I want to talk about is this one. Okay, and this one comes in a nice little metal case. Looks like a pocket watch. Okay. Let's open it up, and it is a Fowler circular slide rule, and that's as far as I can zoom in. So it says Fowler and Company Calculator Specialists, Manchester, England. Okay, so this came from England. So my viewers up in Manchester, it's this cool double-sided thing. It's kind of a nice little object just to cuff it. You'll see a lot of Russian ones on eBay. There was a version of a circular slide rule that was made in Russia. Now the cool thing about these is they have these 2 knobs on them. This knob rotates and this knob rotates, okay? So you can see, if I turn this one, you can see the wheel rotating, right? So that's pretty cool. And then on the other side, when I turn this one, this line here moves. I think you can see that. Yeah, you can see that on camera. Okay. So on this side of the calculator or slide rule, it's very much like a regular slide rule. It's just wrapped around. The scale just gets. So you can imagine rolling this out, and so you have a nice long slide rule. But it's just a linear slide rule. So if we want to multiply 2 numbers together, okay. We would set the first number on where we would want. So let's say we would say 2, and we have to find the 2. All right, so 2.2, there it is. 2, or 20 actually. Okay, so I'm going to put the cursor right there on 2, right? Now this one is going to move this line, and I'm going to put that line where this line, I'm going to put those two lines together. And that basically marks the left-hand edge or right-hand edge of the slide rule, right? That's where all of the scales meet on that line there, right? And then I can rotate this thing to put 3 onto that line, okay? And where is the number 3? The number 3 is there. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. All right, so anyway, so this acts like a slide rule. You just have to get used to the lines and where everything is, and whether you're doing multiplication or division, which line do you put it on and stuff. But so that's super cool. And then on the back side, there's a whole bunch of stuff, whole bunch of stuff. There is a sine and tangent scales. There's a square root scale. So you can, on the outer edge, you can say, okay, here's the number 2. I'm going to put the number 2 on that line, and I'm going to go here to the square root scale, and I'm going to read off 1.414, right? So, so that's pretty cool. So these are really fun things. These are, how big are these things? Oh, just dropped my ruler. Grab another one, so I have to bend over. So this one is, since it's in English, about 66 millimeters. Since it's made in England, we'll use metric for my metric viewers. So anyway, very, very cool. So, so I think you understand the idea of this. There's a whole bunch of different scales on the back. Like I said, trigonometric. Where's the back? Yeah, trigonometric, square root. There's a decibel scale, which for us engineers that'd be good. There's at the very, very, very edge. It's going to be super hard to read in this particular video, but there's actually conversion factors. So there's square root of 2 is here, square root of 3. There's log base e of 10. There's pi. I know there's millimeters to inches on there. Anyway, a whole bunch of conversion factors on there too. That's pretty cool. So anyway, packed a lot into this tiny little thing, and it comes with a super cool case. So I imagine this thing was a pretty penny to buy. I don't know how much it was new, but I bet you it was a pretty penny. And like I said, there's a Russian one out there too. So lots of those on eBay. But it comes with a little case, which is really, really nice. All right, so that's the first slide rule that I wanted to show. The second slide rule that I wanted to show is this one. Okay, so let's back up a bit first. Okay, so this one's still in the box. I'll open it up. And it still has all the original paperwork and everything. And it comes in a leather case. That's interesting. And like I said, it comes with all the original paperwork. So this one, let's show you this one. This one is a Otis King spiral slide rule. Okay, saves time and mistakes in all calculations. Simple, quick, accurate. All right. So the idea of a circular slide rule is that you take this long thing and you wind it up. Okay. Well, what if you go one step further and you make into a spiral? You have a big spiral of slide rule. So that's what this one does. So let's pull it out of its case. Made in England. So England was really big in these things. I don't know where in England. So you pull it out and it's weird looking. It looks like that's not a slide rule. What is that? It's chrome. That's kind of cool. The end says made in England, A0222. I don't know if that's the model number or the, I don't know. A0222. All right, the cool part is when you start pulling it out, you can see the scale. The scale is wrapped around and around and around and around. So this is like having, you can imagine unwinding this thing. It's like a 6 foot, 7 foot long slide rule. I don't know how long that is, if you ran it all out, but that is a long, long spiral. Okay, and we keep pulling it out, and there's another scale. We keep pulling it out, and there's a scale at the bottom, right? So now I have to kind of go back out again. But you can see that this becomes the little glass window with the line on it. Except there's a line here and a line here, and then this can slide around and up and down. So when you use this thing, you have like an A/B scale, like or a C/D scale on a normal slide rule. This is like your C scale, and this is like your D scale, right? So in order to multiply two numbers together, we'll do 2 times 3 again. You find 2. And you put the little line on 2, and then you come up here and you put the line. So remember on a CD, like here we go. Take it like one of these. You take the end and you put it on 2, and then you go over to 3, and then it says 6. Okay, so we're going to say 2 down here. We're going to put it on the line up here, and then we're going to take it over to the 6, which is up here somewhere. Where's 6? Oh, 2 times 3. I'll do times 3. So we'll take a 3. So 3 is right there. Okay, 3 is right there, and then we come down here, and it's at 6. Right? So 2 times 3 is 6. But this thing is good to like 4 digits, right? So like here's a tick just for 169, and then there are ticks in between. So 169.2, 169.3, 169.4. So the scales are 4 digits. I mean, it's amazing. So you can get really, really good resolution out of these things. Yeah, so pretty rare. You don't see these very often. I first saw one of these, I think, in a museum, and I've got to have one of those. And it collapses all down into its nice little form factor. It gets big. There is a secondary scale, which is just a logarithmic scale, right? So in order to use the logarithmic scale, you set them both to, you set the 1 down here, and you set the 0 here. Now, any number you put here, its logarithm is here. And so we can go to the number 2, and a logarithm of 2 is 0.3012, something like that. Anyway, you can read it directly off there to very good precision. Anyway, that's the video. I don't think you've probably seen a lot of these before. But they're all based on the principle of taking a long linear thing and wrapping it up into a smaller form factor, but still do the same job.